All right, I saw your post on Reddit where you were talking about seeing tension in your hands and maybe even experiencing some cramping in your left hand. Uh, it's really good that you're aware of this and trying to tackle it now. I'm uniquely qualified to speak on tension in piano playing because I've been doing it for decades, and it's only been in the last year that I've really started working on it. And so there are 6 things that I focus on in trying to get rid of tension, and so I want to share those with you now. One is a round hand position. My hand position's pretty good, but I would say if I looked at yours, I did see a little bit of this arching, maybe a little bit of this kind of curvature that you see. I see this with a lot of people on Reddit that are complaining about feeling tension. And so if you've got some of that going on, I've also seen like the splayed fingers sometimes from people. They're sort of unnaturally flat. Sometimes you need to do that if you've got to spread out to play a broad chord, but generally speaking, you want those hands in that kind of relaxed, natural position. Kind of like if you sat them on your knees, you pull them off like that. That's the shape that they naturally fall into. So that's what you want to get at. And part of it is just being aware when you're playing, are you starting to do a bit more of this? That habit could creep back in. And so just getting back to this. This takes no effort. This actually does take effort and is going to detract from your playing, as you've probably started to notice. Second thing that's related is hanging on a note. And you were talking about your left hand. In that passage that you played, something like that. So you've got the sustained note in the left hand, and you can sort of see from the video that while you're holding it, my old habit was I was keeping full tension. The same tension that I needed to depress the note is what I kept going while I was sustaining it. But what you should get in the habit of is releasing that tension. You can keep those notes sustained with a lot less of the tension, because otherwise that's building up. It doesn't explain all of the tension you're experiencing, but it's one of a number of things that could be creating that issue. Third thing, someone mentioned in some of the other comments, hovering. This is a biggie. And this is common against beginner and intermediate pianists, is that they, you can see maybe even a little bit of hunching on my shoulder here. It's up, my elbow's kind of locked, my forearms are suspending my hands up, and then my hands come down, and I'm kind of playing from a suspended position. And what you want to do is relax all of that. So I'm going to go from suspension into a more comfortable position. Very relaxed. My elbows are free to move. My shoulders are free to get in on the action. And my hands are more sinking into the notes. The thing to look for on this, go Google it or look up on YouTube. There's plenty of great videos on arm weight. This is the concept where you get rid of that tension. You're not hovering anymore, and you're sinking deeply into the keys. That's a key technique. Takes a while to learn and master, but it's worth it, and that will get rid of another source of your tension. Next thing is, and this is a biggie, is being too fingery. So I noticed there was a passage you had, and you're doing this kind of stuff. And what I would suggest here, I'm going to take that, and I'm just going to add the D in here. And you notice how my elbow starts to get in on it, my shoulder's moving a little bit. And when I kind of do this circular motion, see, it kind of I'm exaggerating, it goes down on the way up, and then I come up and over to go down. Like that. I'm barely using my fingers. And so if I really had to do something that could be a tension-inducing moment, like play this triple the speed, I can do this all day long. There's very little tension in my fingers at all, because so much of the actual action of producing that sound comes from the circular motion that I'm doing with all of the other parts of the mechanism. The fingers are they've got just enough tension to be able to articulate the notes, but I'm getting the whole mechanism involved. And that's been a huge thing for me. I've been learning exercises from Cherny, The Art of Finger Dexterity, and the very first one has this crazy fast passage. And I'm getting more of I've got a little bit more wrist rotation, a little bit of that more circular motion in there. And so I may not play the piece super accurately, but right now my goal in doing that exercise is to do it so that I can do it without tension. Because I can tell you, after doing this for a few minutes, my forearm would be burning. Now I can get through the whole exercise with no tension. That is huge. It's been a huge thing. I've been working on it all summer. So that's been a really good thing for me, and I would encourage you to think about that kind of motion. Again, if you look up circular motion on the internet, there's lots of people that will explain it far better than I do. The last thing I want to introduce to you is tension as one of the dimensions that you use to figure out if you have learned a piece. So normally when we think about learning a piece, it's about getting the right notes with the right rhythm and all the right articulations, the right expressive touches and whatnot. But I would add to that now, this is what I do, is I think about, am I mentally stressed or am I physically tense when I'm playing it? We know those passages. You're playing the piece, everything's going great, and then there's that hard bit that comes up. You start to tense up. And instantly I know, for me, it's my shoulders, my elbows lock up, and then as a result, I start getting fingery. And it's all bad. It will destroy your ability to play a piece. Despite the best hand position, despite knowing the notes perfectly, that tension is going to be a killer. So I would encourage you to take a look at all of these things. It's going to take some time. Give it a month, give it 2 months, but you're going to be able to make improvements and you'll see a difference in your playing. So I hope this helps.